119's coming at you, starting off with the indie news as per usual. Talking about those guys that aren't always on the TV, but we're giving them love because they deserve the extra talk. Doesn't matter who's talking about them as long as somebody is, because they're important.
Damn straight.
We're going to start off with results just like we do. We're going to kick it off with Friday's show, AAW's Defining Moment.
Yeah, and that came at you from Marionette Park, Illinois.
As per usual.
We had a match. This was to determine who was going to go into the Jim Lina Memorial Cup.
Right.
It was between Ray Horace and Mustafa Ali, who was in the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yes.
Prince Ali? Not that Prince Ali. But Ray Horace would end up getting the match awarded to him by the referee because Mustafa Ali took a fall to the outside and hit the guardrail on the way down and was knocked unconscious.
That's rough.
So the match ended up getting called by the ref, and it took a few minutes, but they got him up onto his feet and they helped him out of the arena. Probably be checked out by medical personnel.
Yeah.
Then we had the besties, best friends, Davey Vega and Matt Fidget. They beat Ohio is for Killers.
Hey.
Josh Alexander.
Retaining the tag titles.
Yes. Josh Alexander defeated Drew Gulak. The team of Princess Kimberly and Heidi Lovelace defeated the Hooligans.
Hey.
Sami Callihan defeated Abyss with a roll-up. In 6-man tag action, Andrew Everett, Trevor Lee, and Jack Evans defeated Moose, Desmond Xavier, and AR Fox.
Hey.
This match involved Moose pulling out all the stops, and by all the stops I mean before the match even got underway, he did the Carlton.
I think that just means
the whole thing.
That just means we need to blame Fox and Xavier for the loss, because if the Carlton wasn't enough to help the team win, they were obviously the weak links.
Yeah. At this point in the show, Callahan and Sami Callihan and Ray Horace got into an altercation in the ring, basically over the fact that Sami Callihan is now collecting luchadors' masks.
Right, he already did this to Phoenix.
He did this to Phoenix 2 shows ago, because he came out to the Pentagon Jr. match wearing Phoenix's mask.
Right.
And he ended up attacking Ray Horace and stealing his mask. If you don't know who that is, that's Dragon Azteca Jr. from Lucha Underground.
I just found that out.
Then we had a good, pure wrestling style match. Talking about like amateur wrestling background, because we had Jeff Cobb, Mr. Athletic, defeating Matt Riddle.
Hey.
And then in the main event, Phoenix defeated Chris Hero.
Nice.
Also, on Friday,
hey,
we had House of Hardcore 17.
Surprise results.
Confetti. This was in Long Island, New York. We had Matt Striker defeat Alex Reynolds. El Torito defeated Hornswoggle. Brian Myers defeated Pat Buck. Matt Hardy defeated Aaron Stevens. Ricochet defeated Tony Nese. And Rhino defeated Tommy Dreamer in the main event.
I feel like you had trouble saying Matt Hardy.
Well, I didn't say the B word.
Oh. He's not a fan of his broken brilliance.
It's broken, all right.
Yes, it is.
You have a Saturday show, correct?
I do. It was Destruction in Tokyo from New Japan Pro Wrestling. Of all places, guess where it was?
Okinawa?
Yep, totally. No, it was in Tokyo. Alright, so we had Roppongi Vice defeat Hanare and David Finlay. We had Manabu Nakanishi and Yuji Nagata defeat Captain New Japan and Yoshitatsu. Tiger Mask, Tomoki Honma and Togi Makabe defeated Jushin Thunder Liger, Satoshi Kojima and Hiroyoshi Tenzan. We had Gato, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroki Goto defeat the Bullet Club's Chase Owens, Tonga Roa, and Tama Tonga. Let's see, we had Kyle O'Reilly defeat Juice Robinson. Will Ospreay, Yoshihashi, and Kazuchika Okada defeated the Bullet Club's Yujiro Takahashi, Bad Luck Fale, and Kenny Omega. Wow. So far, not a good day for the Bullet Club. We had the Ungovernables, Evil, Sonata, and Tetsuya Naito defeat Raisuke Taguchi, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Michael Elgin. Katsuyori Shibata retained the Never Openweight Championship against Bobby Fish, and Bushi defeated Kushida and is the new IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion.
Hey.
So, Kushida's had that title for a while now, or at least he lost it and won it back real quick, or whatever it was. That's a win for the Ungovernables. The Ungovernables have a title in their camp now.
Staying on the theme of not being in America, we're in Cardiff, Wales
What?
for Attack Pro Wrestling's
Hey.
Club 100.
It's a good club to be in.
Sure. We had a three-way match in which Drew Parker defeated Danny Jones and Travis Banks. We had Ryan Smile and Sierra Loxton. Okay. I couldn't tell if that was a C or an L that I wrote. They defeated Alex Windsor and Super Santos Jr. Senior. Super Santos Jr. Senior, the third.
He was a middle child. We don't know.
We had Pete Dunne defeat Nixon Newell. Poor Nixon.
Knocked her out with a super kick.
She's cute. Tyler Bates defeated Splits McPins.
That's...
I just want that to be my nickname from now on. Sounds like a bowling reference, but also a dirty joke. And then in the main event, we had another 6-person tag, which could be a theme of independent wrestling because it's super popular nowadays.
It is.
Trios we had one at AAW,
Yep.
so we're having another one over here at Attack Pro the next day, where the Prince of Wales, Eddie Dennis, Pride of Wales, he's both. He's
the prideful Prince of Wales.
They take so much pride in him. He's basically an honorary prince.
Okay, gotcha.
Ginger Jesus Mike Bird and their good buddy Brendan White. They defeated #CCK and the Wild Boar.
Oh, poor boar.
Poor boar. Not to be confused with the proletariat.
No.
The proletariat boar. The proletariat boar of Moldova. But speaking of the proletariat boar of Moldova, the next show takes place in the same promotion where he works for. Because it is... Chikara. We had the Black Goodbye.
Such a foreboding name.
Yeah, this came to us from the Wrestle Factory.
I actually got to watch a couple of these matches because they streamed it live on Facebook. So
so if you watched that, awesome. If not, because I didn't, I had to work early today.
You might actually be able to go back onto their feed and watch it. So check out Chikara on Facebook.
We opened up with Kimberly defeating Rock Lobster with surprise, surprise, the Alligator Clutch.
Hey, that's your thing.
Then the Team Big Deal, that's Rick Rowland and Sloan Caprice. They defeated, I don't even remember their names now. Suplex Steve and Brandon Body Slam, or something of that nature. Icarus and Mark Angelisetti, representing the Pillars of Woe, defeated Fire Ant and Silver Ant of the Colony.
I watched that one.
Hermit Crab would defeat Amasis with the Flat Crab.
Yeah, I watched that one too.
More shenanigans from Mark Angelisetti. Amasis is a big target of Nazmult Dune's minions because they also...
Don't tell me that!
Well, Frightmare is the reason why... Frightmare coming out and attacking him is the reason why Amasis didn't advance in the Rey de Voladores as a King of Trios.
Yeah, the whole thing was... Angela said he attacked him before the bell rang, and he was wearing a Frightmare mask, and then after Hermit Crab made him tap out, he put the Frightmare mask on Amasis.
Yeah.
So,
I heard Frightmare's injured, which is why he wasn't able to finish.
They're just going to replace him?
They're going to try and replace him with Amasis. We had another tag team match. Juan Francisco de Coronado and
Juan, he's pretty good.
He is really good. He eliminated Johnny Gargano from Radio Voladores.
Yeah.
They defeated Worker Ant and Bullet Ant from the Auxiliary Colony.
Yeah.
Then we had the Batiri. All three members defeat Oleg, Ophidian and Heidi Lovelace in trios action. So this is a big night so far. This is redemption for King of Trios right now.
They might be they might be, you know, satiating Naz Muldoon for the time being.
Yeah, it's small things, you know. It's the small wins. They all add up, you know.
As long as we're doing something.
And Hollowicked defends successfully the Chikara Grand Championship against Drew Gulak. And then post-show, we had the encore match, as is tradition nowadays, where in tag team actions, Des Peloton defeated Sonny Defarge and Cornelius Crummels.
Say that 3 times fast.
And lastly, on Saturday, for my shows, we had House of Hardcore 18.
Hey.
More surprise results. More confetti.
More confetti poof.
We had Robbie E. defeat Lance Anoa'i. John Silver would eliminate Pat Buck in a 3-way match, but not very long after that, he would be pinned by Alex Reynolds, and Alex Reynolds wins the match. Sorry, John Silver, you tried. You got an elimination, but you didn't win the whole thing.
1 wasn't enough. You needed 2.
You needed both of them, and you couldn't get it done.
Collect the whole set.
Yeah, you broke me. You broke my heart into shards. We had a tag team match where Eddie Kingston and Vic Delicious, Eddie Kingston and Delicious, not words I pair together very often, defeated Team Tremendous. Don't drop the phone. Chris Hero defeated Tony Nese. Brian Myers, calling himself Kurt Hawkins this go around, because he's on his way back to the WWE. With El Torito in tag team action, defeated Matt Striker and Hornswoggle, the Tiny Team.
Yeah.
Team Tiny Toons. Just Team Short Guys. That's an itty-bitty team. And then Ricochet defeated Sami Callihan. And in the main event, Matt Hardy, with like 9 people and a drone, defeated Tommy Dreamer, who only had Beulah. And then I guess Sandman came out to help too.
Well, and Raven came out on the other side.
Yeah, well, so I said Matt Hardy with like 900 people and a drone.
It's the broken conclave.
I guess. Is that what they call it?
That's what I just called it.
The Wyatt compound.
No. Bray Wyatt is not broken. His career may be broken, but he himself is not broken.
Yep. So that's what I've got for results. We got one more result heading your way, and that's right. You know what it's going to be because you see a time popping up on the screen. You got to click ahead to that time if you don't want to be spoiled for what's going to happen on this week's Ring of Honor TV.
Yeah. Thank you, Splits McPins.
Yes.
So the theme of this week's
Disclaimer: I am not actually Splits McPins.
Or is he? The theme of this week's ROH was tag team matches.
It was very much.
All tag team matches all night long. We opened up with the Guerrillas of Destiny taking on the All Night Express, representing the Cabinet. The Cabinet just trying to use their numbers game. They had Caprice Coleman out there. That was ultimately what lost them the match because they distracted the referee, and the interference actually caused Caprice Coleman to take out Kenny King, which allowed the Guerrillas of Destiny to hit Guerrilla Warfare on Rhett Titus, it took out. Yeah, that's what I said that right. Took out Rhett Titus with it's an elevated DDT. So the Guerrillas of Destiny picking up the win there. We had Limitless Keith Lee and Notorious Shane Taylor. Shane Taylor talks about how, the reason him and Lee came in and attacked War Machine is that when Ray Rowe was still doing a lot of indie dates and stuff, he was kind of the guy that was helping Shane Taylor, and then he left, went to Ring of Honor, teamed up with Hanson, and then just kind of left Shane Taylor to just kind of flounder in this place where they had made a bunch of enemies. So when he found Keith Lee, that's him getting his revenge. So that's why they attacked him and everything. Lee and Taylor defeated Ricardo Rojas and Ken Phoenix very quickly, and then ended up calling out War Machine. Ray Rowe with a very direct and very intense promo. I've never actually heard Ray Rowe cut a promo before.
It was a passionate promo.
It was good.
It was all about betrayal because he felt betrayed.
Yeah, it was. It's not something that I'd heard before, so it was good to hear that. So War Machine comes storming down to the ring. We have an impromptu tag team match where Taylor and Lee, immediately taking the fight to Ray Rowe. Like, he gets destroyed through most of this.
Yeah. Well, he was the smallest guy in the match.
Yeah, the fact that Ray Rowe is the smallest guy in the match speaks a lot for the size of the other three.
Yeah.
He ends up getting a tag to Hanson. Hanson comes in and tries his hand at running through him. Eventually, chairs start getting thrown around. The match ends up just getting thrown out. We could probably see a no DQ tag team match coming up in the near future, maybe at All-Star Extravaganza. Not sure.
Probably
we'll have to wait and see.
At least.
One thing we do know that's going to be happening that weekend is the Trios Tournament is going to be starting for the brand new ROH 6-man tag team titles.
Yeah.
And we found out that Matt Taven is bringing the Kingdom to the tournament. So we know it's not going to be Adam Cole or Mike Bennett. Who is the new Kingdom going to be?
We don't know that for sure.
He said on commentary during this next match that he hated Adam Cole.
Well, I mean,
they didn't even mention Mike Bennett by name.
I know it's not going to be Adam Cole. Adam Cole's got other things. He's the champion, and he's in the Bullet Club.
Do you really think that that TNA is going to be like, hey, Mike Bennett, go do something cool over in Ring of Honor so people give a shit about you again?
Meh, miracles could happen.
I see what you did
there. Yeah, I baited you into that.
The main event was a 6-man tag team match where the Addiction and Kamaitachi took on Roppongi Vice and Kazuchika Okada. Insanity from beginning to end here. Kamaitachi is ridiculously fast.
Yep.
He also has a.
Where's the red helmet?
He has a. He has this apparent blood feud with the guardrail.
There's just a magnetism between his back and the guardrail.
His helmet.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's just the whole back side of him because, the first time it's he caught a dive and fucking went head first backwards into the guardrail. The second time was his whole back.
Yeah, it's Kamaitachi doesn't work out well when he heads towards the guardrail. It just ends badly for him. But Roppongi Vice and Kazuchika Okada were definitely in the driver's seat for most of this match, and then it flipped at the end as they were just dismantled. The Addiction and Kamaitachi were able to take out both Kazuchika Okada and Trent Beretta, and kind of left Rocky by himself. Rocky's trying to fight all three of them at the same time. He ends up getting caught and hit with the best Meltzer ever, which is this is the first time I've seen this move actually take place. I've heard of it, but it's literally the Meltzer driver done by the Young Bucks, but instead of a 450 forward, it's Christopher Daniels' best moonsault ever. Hit the tombstone, and the Addiction and Kamaitachi pick up the win. And the biggest thing that happened is that this was the return to commentary of Steve Corino. So it was nice to hear Steve Corino on commentary again. You can tell he was having fun. He's still wearing that all white getup that he was wearing at Best in the World. Still got the blonde and the hair going. So I'm sure we'll be seeing BJ Whitmer and Kevin Sullivan and Punisher Martinez popping up back on Ring of Honor very soon to probably finish out whatever storyline is planned here. But that is it for Ring of Honor. We got a couple of news stories going on.
Yeah, I'm gonna start off.
Yeah, let's get the sad stuff.
The downer out of the way. So it was last week. There was a student at the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy named Jonas Snyder. He was 20 years old. Right after doing I I would say they called them like physical conditioning drills. He fell ill. His condition worsened very shortly afterwards. They called paramedics who took him. They were rushing him to the hospital, but he was pronounced dead upon arrival. And I usually wouldn't, something like this probably wouldn't come up as news. Probably would have gone completely under the radar, except for the fact that the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy is run by Seth Rollins.
Yeah, this is a very strange case. Like the fact that it was after drills that he'd probably done many times before.
Well, this was the first day of this.
This is their first day?
This is the 7th class of the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy.
Wow.
And
okay.
I'm pretty sure what they said to this was day 1.
Jeez. Well, I guess wrestling was important because, man, I don't even know what to say about something like that. Like,
it's always tragic when there's a death related to wrestling. But I mean, this is weird because you never hear about somebody who's training.
Yeah. Well, and I feel bad for Rollins too. Like that's got to weigh heavy on him. Like it's not. Especially, I'm sure it was just kind of like regular stuff that so many people have done time and time again.
Yeah.
And for just this death to suddenly happen is, I can't even imagine being in that situation or being involved in that situation.
Yeah. So we'll send our condolences to his family and everyone who was there at the Black and Brave Wrestling Academy. Just keep doing what you're doing because that's what he would want. Because they did release a statement, and in there they put in part of his essay that he wrote to get accepted into the academy, and he said that he eats, sleeps, and breathes wrestling, and so that's what he would want everyone else to do, is just continue along and keep living his dream.
Let's brighten it up a little bit with some dreams coming true.
Absolutely.
We just saw last week T.J. Perkins not only winning the Cruiserweight Classic, but also becoming the new WWE Cruiserweight Champion. We now have a small set list of guys you can expect to see on Monday Night Raw, so you won't be seeing them show up on the indie news much longer. Guys like Brian Kendrick, Rich Swann, Grand Metalik, Cedric Alexander, Noam Dar, and Lince Dorado.
Yeah, no, this is really cool. I mean,
you've got some
group of hard-working dudes who busted their ass during the Cruiserweight Classic,
and you got a lot of tenured guys with Lindsay's been going for a while. Brian Kendrick's been going for a while. Rich Swann has just exploded because of the Cruiserweight Classic.
Yeah, and T.J. Perkins.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's been wrestling longer. He's been wrestling more of his life than he wasn't wrestling.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. So I mean, I'm obviously there's the fear of how are they going to be used? Are they going to be?
This is where things are going to be in the choppy waters.
Yeah.
Because now we're kind of we're relinquishing control from the Cruiserweight Classic to Monday Night Raw.
We're relinquishing responsibility from Triple H to Vince McMahon.
Well, my hopes is that Triple H still gets to maybe write what happens for the Cruiserweight division.
I mean, it's definitely a possibility because he has been at Raw and SmackDown lately.
Mm-hmm.
My hope is that he does, get creative control over the guys that he's been dealing with for the last 2 months, and he's able to, really push them in a direction that's going to benefit them and the show. But we know that, the final say is always going to be Mr. McMahon's. So, I'm excited to see all those guys on there.
Who just recently suffered a quad tear injury.
Yeah, I saw that.
Mr. McMahon hurting his quads again.
Maybe
this was working out though. He was working out.
Maybe
working too hard.
Maybe that's a good thing for these guys. Maybe he won't be at the show. Maybe Triple H will get the ball rolling. Here's hoping. And also, the best news coming out of this weekend, Mr. and Mrs. Johnny Gargano. Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRAE getting married over the weekend.
Yeah.
You know, they're one of the top couples in wrestling. Everybody loves both of them. If I remember to, there's going to be a link down in the description. If not, go to Johnny Gargano's YouTube page and check out the Glorious Bomb / lip sync
medley.
Lip sync medley. Not just involving Johnny Gargano, but his DIY tag team partner Tommaso Ciampa, Matt Cross, Gregory Iron,
Chuck
Taylor, and some guy that we don't know. All of them.
Wait, I mean Dustin.
Dustin? Oh yeah. All of them having fun at the wedding. I mean, Joey Ryan was there. There was a ton of wrestling personality there. So, congratulations to Candice LeRAE, Johnny Gargano. I mean, Johnny's
many years of happiness and wrestling badassness.
Johnny's full-time NXT guy now. So,
yeah. Well, not quite. He's almost there.
Almost there. So, congratulations.
He's got at least one more show.
At least one more. So, awesome. Moving on. We got some, you know what they are. They are upcoming shows. Wow, you just didn't give a shit.
I tried to not give a shit.
Well, I'll start then.
Yeah, you got one on Thursday?
I do. This is Destruction in Hiroshima.
Oh, in Tokyo.
You're an ass. Going back to New Japan. That's all I got this week. I got 2 New Japan shows. We have. This might be for something. It's in Japanese, so I can't really read it. But we have Yoshihashi taking on Kenny Omega. We have Kazuchika Okada versus Bad Luck Fale. Will Ospreay versus Adam Cole. The Briscoes versus the Young Bucks. We have Kushida, Juice Robinson, and Juice Robinson, Hiroshi Tanahashi, and Michael Elgin taking on all 4 members of the Ungovernables. We have Tomohiro Ishii and Hiroki Goto taking on Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi. We have Roppongi Vice taking on the Gorillas of Destiny. Tiger Mask, Manabu Nakanishi, Yuji Nagata, and Katsuyori Shibata taking on David Finlay, Reisuke Taguchi, Bobby Fish, and Kyle O'Reilly. And then we have Captain New Japan, Yoshitatsu, Tomoki Honma, and Togi Makabe taking on Matt Sydal, Ricochet, Satoshi Kojima, and Hiroyoshi Tenzan.
Huh.
That's quite the card they got.
It's a good mouthful.
So, I'm going to send it over to Splits McPins.
By the way, I'm not actually. I just looked him up on Google to see what he looks like. Not me.
Sure?
Yep.
I don't know. You got me convinced. I keep calling you that.
Yeah, well, I mean, you can if you want.
All right. What do you got, Splits?
Well, I'm going to tie this into one of our news stories.
All right.
Because on Friday, the 23rd, we have Absolute Intense Wrestling coming to you with the whole shebang, a farewell to Johnny Gargano.
This is what you meant by has at least one more show.
Yeah, exactly. There's a 6-way scramble match, as is a staple of AIW.
Yeah, it's the
we've got Dominic Garrini, Garrison King, Britt Baker, Brian Carson, Dr. Daniel C. Rockingham, and Frankie Flynn.
A lot of the usual suspects in that
match.
Yeah,
a lot of the people who were trained at the AIW Academy by Johnny Gargano. Then we have a tag team match coming at you. More people trained by Johnny Gargano and Candice LeRAE. That's Weird World.
Hey.
They're going to be taking on an unusual team with a very usual name. We're talking Space Justice. That's right. Space Monkey and Dick Justice. Super Cop Dick Justice. Super Space Monkey Dick.
I just realized how it's a good thing they didn't go with Dick Monkey.
Yeah, that's basically just saying penis.
Space Justice.
Then we're going to have what I'm going to say is probably going to be the hardest hitting match on the card.
All right.
Shigehiro Iri versus Hot Sauce Tracy Williams.
Oh, all right. They're definitely they're not pulling any punches now.
No, we've got a tag team match. We've got Team To Infinity and Beyond taking on the Jolly Bill Fuckets.
I love that tag team name.
A very, very interesting idea of a match coming up is we got Swoggle versus Tracy Smothers.
I didn't know I needed that until I found out it was going to happen.
Yeah. The Intense Championship is going to be on the line as Alex Daniels defends against Joey Janela.
All right.
Janela is looking to rack up titles in multiple
Yeah,
promotions.
just winning the Wire Championship last week in CCW.
And in the main event, Johnny Gargano will wrestle his final AIW match against none other than the woman he just married,
Oh shit,
Candice LeRAE.
that's fantastic.
Absolutely, this is going to be the third match in their trilogy.
Because they've had two at Battle of the Sexes or Battle of the Sexes,
Or
at least that's where it started.
One was Battle of the Sexes. I think one was, I want to say maybe an Absolution.
Oh, I think you're right.
This one.
Awesome. Or are they 1-1 right now?
That I don't know. I wasn't keeping that good a track.
Well, damn it.
I know. I wouldn't be surprised if they are though. So it's sad to see Johnny Gargano stepping away from AIW.
Yeah.
And stepping away from the independent scene in general. But it's also cool because getting to WWE is the dream for most guys.
Yeah. Well, and one of the coolest things is now we have an easy segue that he can have. Not only will him and Tommaso have a great run in NXT because they've already started that. They're already on a fantastic track. But then they have the possibility of transitioning into the cruiserweight division.
Yeah.
Both of them do. So I that's just their path is already set, and it's going to be fun to watch them take that journey. So yeah.
Absolutely. We got one more upcoming show.
We do. This is Destruction in Kobe.
Beef. Big Cow.
No.
Do we have names for any of these arenas, like all the other ones?
Let's see. It
was just like
so
all
the
the
one,
other, like, this
so
time
the one
you're
in,
skipping the arenas.
The one in, because some of them were hard to say.
Oh.
The one in Hiroshima is the Sun Plaza Hall.
Oh, that's so easy.
And this one is the...
It's Cody.
What?
He's the Sun Hall.
Shut the hell
Cody
up.
Hall.
Shut your mouth. This one
I can't.
is at the Kobe World Memorial Hall.
Oh, see, none of those were hard.
The one in Tokyo was hard, so I didn't say it, and so I just kept not saying it, and then you called me out, so I just said the easy ones. Fuck you. Let's talk about Destruction in Kobe, not beef. Fuck you. We have a 6-man tag team match where, oh Jesus, this is a new name. Todoroki Kanemitsu,
Teriyaki, lots of me too.
Hanare and David Finlay will take on Will Ospreay and Roppongi Vice. Tag team match where Captain New Japan and Yoshitatsu will take on Chase Owens and Yujiro Takahashi. Ryusuke Taguchi and Tomoki Honma and Togi Makabe will take on Tiger Mask, Manabu Nakanishi, and Hiroyoshi Tenzan. We have Yuji Nagata and Katsuyori Shibata taking on Red Dragon. The Never Openweight Championships are on the line as the champions Matt Sydal, Ricochet, and Satoshi Kojima take on Adam Cole and the Young Bucks.
Hey,
we have an 8-man tag team match where the Briscoes, Tomohiro Ishii, and Hiroki Goto will take on the Bullet Club's Kenny Omega, Bad Luck Fale, and the Gorillas of Destiny.
Usually when you're Kenny Omega, Bad Luck, and the Gorillas, I feel bad for your opponents.
But not when it's the Briscoes,
Ishii,
and Hiroki
Goto.
That's gonna be a very physical 8-man tag team match.
Yeah. There's lots of angry guys who are going to be getting up in the Bullet Club's faces.
We also have the Ungovernables Bushi, Evil, and Sonata taking on Kushida, Juice Robinson, and Hiroshi Tanahashi. We have Jado, Gato, Yoshihashi, and Kazuchika Okada taking on Atsushi Kotoge, Daisuke Harada, Toriyano, and Naomichi Marufuji. And then in the main event, which looks like it's for the IWGP Heavyweight Championship, which I don't think either of these guys are champion. I thought Kazuchika Okada was champion, but apparently Michael Elgin is going to take on Tetsuya Naito. I'm confused. But we'll find out, I guess.
Sure. I just go off what you say.
I'm going to check the champions right now.
He's going to do it. Well, he does that. I'm going to give you a couple little things that you guys...
Kazuchika Okada's the champion.
Well,
the
maybe he's going to lose the
June.
championship. Between now and
Oh, no. Michael Elgin is the Intercontinental Champion.
Oh, so
That's what it's for. It's for the Intercontinental title. So Tetsuya Naito could end up being another champion in the Bullet Club.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. There you have it. Mystery solved.
Yes. Thanks for watching.
Don't forget to like and comment and subscribe.
Hit all the links down in the description.
So
all of ours.
many links, because we have all the social media links that we put on every single video that you're sick and fucking tired of. But then we have the links that only pop up once a week because they're the links to the independent promotions that we talk about on the show.
All the regular people.
ChikaraPro.com.
ROHWrestling.com.
CZWrestling.com.
LookMonoFans.com.
AIWrestling.com.
And there's many more. We want to add more based on your suggestions.
Yeah.
Just like
I thought
Jamie.
you were waiting for them to say it.
They didn't say anything, so I finished it for them. Just like Jamie told us to start talking about Attack Pro Wrestling, which we did. We have for the last few months now. We want your suggestions as well. Send us links on any of our social medias, whether it's YouTube pages, web pages, Facebook pages, anything that we can get a hold of some of their matches and information to their upcoming shows. We will not only continue to talk about them if we like them, but we'll give you a shout out because you're the one that brought them to our attention.
Absolutely.
And for all of the other videos that are going to be popping up this week, check out the playlist. We're going to have all of our usual reviews, this indie news, Raw review, SmackDown rundown, and the midweek wrap up with the third episode of Lucha Underground. No CWC this week.
Yeah, Cruiserweight Classic's over.
But you'll want to check out the Raw review to see how the Cruiserweights are welcome to Monday Night Raw.
Yeah.
You want to tell them about that fun little video that's over on the other channel?
Oh yeah, go over to Reasonable Wrestling Fans because we have content popping up over there now.
We do.
It's been a minute, but we had me hit him with a kendo stick.
Yep. And
this go around, I lost the backlash wager, so I had to drink something nasty out of a shot glass. Let me tell you, I can still taste it.
It was fun.
It coated the back of my throat.
It made me feel better about myself.
Yeah, well, you better hope you don't lose the Clash of Champions wager.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know what it's going to be yet, but we'll come up with something.
Because
I think it's kind of fun to put little wagers on these games.
Yeah, it adds a little bit to the pay-per-view. So
also head over to that to watch all the other videos, our unboxing videos, our reaction videos, our fantasy warfare videos.
There might be another reaction video popping up soon.
Maybe, if he's lucky. Also, I'm going to make him eat a bunch of weird shit.
Yeah, that's going to be popping up here.
Not actually shit, but food.
Yeah.
It's going to be popping up not long after my gross thing that I had to drink that looked kind of like jizz.
Spoiler alert. No. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at whatever video you decide to watch next.
Not safe for work.